everyone, I've been getting a lot of questions about how to get your turtle to eat. I've noticed that a lot of people seem to run into problems where they can't get their turtle to eat anything, whether it's a new turtle or a turtle they've had for a while. So in this video I'm going to give you guys a few tips in how to get your turtle to eat, kind of no matter what the circumstances. This usually works unless there's a serious health concern. Okay, one of the first tips that I would give you guys, if it is possible, maybe if you have a yard or live in an apartment where you have a grassy area, if you can get earthworms, that's normally the best, most foolproof way to get a turtle to eat. When I first rescued my red-eared slider, he wouldn't eat, and earthworms was what I used to get him to eat, and it worked a charm. So basically what I do is I normally dig around where my AC unit is, because it normally stays kind of damp around here. And we've had a lot of rain anyways, but usually when it's dry, anywhere where it might be damp is a good place. So I'll just get a little trowel and then I will just dig for worms. Now you might want to ask your parents' permission if you live at your parents' house before you start digging up their yard, and maybe ask if there's a spot where you can dig for them, because they might get a bit annoyed if you start digging up their lawn. Okay, so as you can see, I found some. It took a little bit of digging because we've had a lot of rain lately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab him and put him in a little container that I have. You guys might want to use gloves if you're squeamish. I'm used to doing this for Mr. Tiddles. So, another piece. And yeah, there's some earthworms. I'm going to go ahead and grab some more. I'll be right back. Okay, so these are the earthworms that I've found so far. I had to dig kind of deep because we've had a lot of rain lately. So if you guys are worried about tearing up a section of your garden, you might just want to stay in one specific area. That way you can just fill the hole back in and maybe return at a later date if you need more earthworms. Okay, so I'm back inside now, and I'm going to give the earthworms a little bit of a rinse off before I give them to my turtle. Also, if you are going to dig up worms in the yard, make sure you do it from an area where there's been no poisons or pesticides or chemicals or anything like that. Okay, so something like that. Okay, and that should do it. Okay, so now I'm going to give them to my turtle. Now these normally entice any turtle to eat, so let me get one. Okay, so I have an earthworm. Tiddles. And just pop it in the water. Come on, Tiddles. Look. Here he comes. Now any turtle that's nervous or is struggling to start eating, this is normally the best thing that will get them to eat, because they cannot resist a wiggly worm. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give them the rest of the worms. I'll be right back. I find earthworms to be most effective if you have a hard time getting earthworms. I know that you can get can shrimp for reptiles. That is normally pretty irresistible to turtles, so you could go ahead and try that. If they still refuse to eat even after having an earthworm like that, or the can shrimp, then there may be an underlying health issue. You may need to take your turtle to the vet. Just make sure that the water you have him in is clean and he has good filtration, a nice warm area to bask with a good UVB light. So if all of those things are checked and you seem to have a perfectly good habitat and are offering things like earthworms and irresistible treats, then he may need to go to the vet. Also, something else that also can tempt a turtle to eat, which are mealworms, and you can get live mealworms from places like PetSmart and Petco and some other aquatic pet stores. So you could also give those a try. Any sort of live bait normally entices a turtle to eat. You could also try live crickets if they're not eating the freeze-dried counterparts. So hopefully these tips I've given you will get your little turtle to eat. Sometimes if they're in a new habitat and you've just got him, they can take almost a week or two to get settled in. Sometimes they can take longer. So just be patient with them and make sure that their environment is quiet and calm, just so they can get used to their new habitat. Sometimes they can take a while. So I hope this has helped you guys. If you have any more comments or questions, please leave a comment and I will get back to you. And I will speak to you guys soon. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi everyone. Okay. Whoops.